lesson was really, really stressful for Marco. I remember how we were sitting in my room and Marco was thinking, oh my god, what should I show her? What if she doesn't like my city? And what if we don't have anything to talk about? It gets really, really awkward. So Marco did hours of brain searching and then in the end came to the conclusion that the best idea would be that he first meets alone with Becca and then I would join later. And while I thought that this probably was not one of Marco's brightest moments, I of course had to join him because I couldn't let him down, of course. And so I joined them, and you could really see how Becca was really not amused when she saw me. And you really could see that she expected something completely different. And so the end of the story was that Becca and me were feeling really, really awkward, but nervous little Marco seemed quite happy actually. And when Becca wanted to visit Marco in Prague, the same story happened again, actually. Of course, Marco planned with me as well. Of course, Becca and me were feeling awkward and Marco was feeling really happy. But this time, Becca didn't actually really care that much about my presence. And she really started to show Marco what she felt for him. And obviously Marco didn't get that. So the day when I left one day before Becca, I came to Marco and I said, please start to realize what this woman wants from you and open your eyes. And thank God he did it. And now you two are married. And I'm really, really glad that you are, especially because I really would neither have the time nor the money to travel everywhere with you guys want to go. In German now. But Becca, I read on your website that you wrote that you fell in love with Marco in 2012 and Marco fell with you in love in 2013. But actually that is not true, because I remember the first time when Marco started to talk about you and said things about the amazing girl from the US, and you could really see how Marco's eyes were shining when he talked about you. But at that point, he was still struggling a bit with his feelings because he thought that this might be too complicated with you living in the US and him in Germany. And I think this was the old Marco, who was very rational, overthinking things too much, and being very pragmatic. But then, thank God you came, and then Prague came. So I think what Marco said in his wedding vows described your impact on him pretty well. You take Marco out of his comfort zone and you get him to do things that he wouldn't have done usually. But I think that another important point is that you also made Marco more emotional and more emphatic for other people. Like for example, do you remember when you broke your leg and he tried to be as much as possible and tried to give you a hand whenever you needed one? Or for a shower. Did you also know that every time you pass an important exam, Marco is the first one to tell me? And it's not even about the exams. Every big or every small step you make, he lets me know immediately. And you can really feel how proud he is of you and how happy he is for everything that you can accomplish. Sometimes I even have the feeling that he's prouder of you than you are of yourself. So what I think is that when you are happy, he's happy with you. And when you suffer, he also suffers with you. I never thought that Marco could be that passionate about another person. But he can be, and this is because of you, Becca. So, job well done. Really, nobody could have done it better. And I also think that Marco has an impact on you in becoming less emotional in some occasions and thinking more reasonable. But maybe on the other hand, at least he tries. So, to end this speech with the last little anecdote, back in the days when Marco and me were still going to the gym, you can't. There was a time. Anyways, when Marco and me went to the gym, and we were confronted with the question of how much weight to use for lifting, Marco always had the same. He always said, if it feels good, it's okay. And I think that these words, if it feels good, it's okay, became kind of Marco's life motto that he applied to all situations. So what I can only say at last is that I think concerning Marco's feelings for you, Becca, I think you're very much okay.